Hi guys, it is the end of week 4 doing One Book July, so I'm just going to do a quick update. As you can see, I'm still using my lovely bullet journal. I love this cover. I love my Nuna notebook basically. Let's keep it nice and simple with that. It has been the last week of term this week, so most things have been based out of my work planner. My work planner has gone everywhere with me. This hasn't gone around as much. This is kind of more stayed at home for like reflection on the day, checking how things are for me rather than being carried around the catch-all. Which is fine. I mean, things change. You use things in different ways. That's perfectly okay. What I've done down the week side is I've put washi for the start of each week. So you can find the start of the week nice and easily. So I'm going to quickly show you what I've done this week. I know I've already shown you briefly my setup, but this is kind of how it's gone. I did find I needed to went back in and add tiny little numbers for the days. I hadn't done that originally and I found myself getting quite confused. Tracking on the days definitely works better than having like a weekly overview. This has kind of been okay, but this definitely needs to be day by day in my bullet journal, where I'm going over a 2-page spread for the week. It needs to be on the days, I've discovered. If you remember last week, it just didn't get filled in, which makes it pointless. This has worked much better, as you can already see the difference in what I filled out compared to last week. Down here I had something positive for each day. This has kind of worked. I haven't always done it on the day. I've kind of gone back to it a day or two later and filled in. Yesterday I did nothing. I didn't do anything. I think I got as far as writing down the verse of the day, checking off my tasks, and that was it. I've done nothing. Which has been wonderful. That's what the start of the holidays should be like. It is a bit weird not going off everywhere like I normally do. It was a bit odd on Facebook seeing all my friends on the flights to Iceland, but I did nothing and that was actually quite nice. I'm not going to make a habit of it, mind, but it was definitely enjoyable yesterday. So at some point I'll probably go back and fill these in, and then during sort of my final process today, I'll go back in and add my verse of the week just to fill up that space. So dailies worked out really nicely. Tasks underneath the events was a good idea. Done the verse of the day in kind of like the coordinating colour, because I thought I'd do that. And then kind of like a little journaling entry, summation of the day, general comment, like that one. I did add in my little panda. This is not an Amanda the Panda. This is actually from handcrafted by Cherie. And she does some really nice adulting stickers that provide comments on the day and life in general. And that was just Monday for me, really. So yeah, week much of the same during the week. These stickers, I must admit, when Rachel sent me these stickers, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know what I want to do with those, because I don't work conventional hours. If there's anyone else that's a teacher, you will know it's very easy to say that you might be in school from this time to this time, but actually it might extend, it might get shorter, and when you get home you're going to have 95 other things to do, and it's a bit difficult, really. So I've started putting like a priority work task in there, and that has worked really nicely, especially when everything's been getting so busy at the moment. I just like the fact I can look at it and go, that's the one thing. If everything else goes out the window today, that's the one thing I have to get done. I didn't have one for Friday because it was the end of term, so that's fine. I love my little munchkins and Joes and Amandas through the week. Again, verse of the day. It's just been tiring this week, has been exhausting, so it's okay that I haven't written anything. And we get to today. I've done nothing on here today yet, as you can see. I'm going to go back and do that later on. I was going to do like a little journaling reflection on One Book July as well, and I kind of just haven't felt the need to be perfectly honest. This is developing into like a scrapbooking page of the week. I've left a bit more space. I've just had a lot of things from like the kids at school, some other things that come up, and I thought it'd be nice to kind of scrapbook them in my bullet journal. So this was the envelope for my Passion Planner subscription decoration kit, which features Chelsea Brand Designs, Dolce Planner, and somebody else who I've completely forgotten. I've signed up for 3 months. First one arrived this week, and this envelope is just beautiful, so I felt the need to stick it in, and this was like on one of the samplers, so I've just stuck that in so I know what it is. And then I've left kind of more space to add more things in, either later or tomorrow. Now, before I go on to next week and show you how I've set it up, I've done something very different. Normally, the holidays, I do tend to stick to a week on 2 pages. I use my Passion Planner a lot more so I can plan out my day and make sure I'm actually making a good time of it. And my bullet journal is just kind of like a simpler format. What I've actually done is I've tried something new. Now, I know there'll be lots of people watching this going, what are you doing? That's not how you're supposed to do it. The whole point of One Book July for me has been making my planning system work for me. And I think that's the whole point of it anyway. It doesn't matter if it is pure, you're purely sticking to one type of planning system, or whether you're mixing different combinations of planning system. It's just about making your planning work for you and making it what you want is the one thing I have taken away from this more than anything else. So I've actually used a sticker kit in my bullet journal next week. Something I never thought I would do, something that I thought was ridiculous, and how could people put sticker kits in their bullet journals? But I'm trying it. Part of Rachel's new releases this month was a new type of kit called a flexible kit, which she designed to go in the Erin Condren Hourly. I've used it in my Happy Planner for the Design Team Challenge, and I looked at it and thought actually a lot of those features I could fit into my week in my bullet journal. So I'm trying it for next week to see how I get on. I don't have too much going on next week. I thought it would be nice to try. And I may try it again. I've planned with it and I've thought, well, that's quite nice, but I could do it like that next time, or I could include that next time. So this is my spread. As you can see, I've already gone bizarre and turned it the other way. I have done that before, to be honest. I really love the little date covers, so I've just used them as the L strips. I've just stuck them in and created my days from those, really. I've used a little strip of washi sticker to separate my tasks from like other things that are going on. So tasks at the top, opposite way around to last week. Then I've got my strip. I want to next week start doing a miracle morning routine again. So I've decided to include my script writing as part of that routine. And so I've included the prompts for each day in my spread this week. Then I've got my meal tracking stickers. These are both event labels that come with the kit. My tracking habit trackers, that's the words I wanted. My habit tracker stickers. As always through the kit, I kind of feel like I need 4 on a regular basis at the moment, but I haven't put the 4th one in. I've just stuck with 3. The little quote sticker that goes with it, I just quite liked, and I thought it was quite nice there. These 2 flags come with the kit. No idea what I was going to do with them. That's what I did with them. And I love the little half boxes. I use half boxes a lot, and I was thinking, how am I going to fill them in? Would I include them underneath? But then that wouldn't leave me much space to do other things. So I thought I'd do my top 3 of the week as like a weekly reflection at the end of it. And then more of the same over here. And then the full boxes, because I bought the add-on box sheet as well. I've just included for different areas of my life. So priority for university, priority for personal, priority for my life planned out for next week. And then what I will do is have this open most days. And then I can, I'd forgotten I'd done that. Then I can carry on and do a little bit of journaling on the following pages. Except I found a quote the other day that I loved. And so I did a page on it in my bullet journal, which is this page. So maybe I'll do some journaling on this page, maybe I'll do another quote, and then after this page I will do some more journaling for the days. So that's kind of my setup for next week. Very simple, very bizarre, and I know some people will be screaming because the initial thought made me scream. But I'm quite happy the way it's turned out so far. So I'm going to do One Book July next week. I'm already deviating slightly because I'm setting up my planning systems for August, so I am kind of using multiple planners during the week, but not for like my day-to-day planning at the moment. So I've already shown you before briefly my happy planner. I have my happy planner on mini rings. I've now gone back to full-sized rings. These are big and chunky because I am doing some things with this. I am trying to adapt more of a one book policy in my life where I can. Don't think it's going to work, if I'm perfectly honest. I think realistically going down to 3 instead of about 5 is where I'm going to be, but that's still an improvement. It's still going to have an impact on my day-to-day life in a positive way. And so I'm just going to leave this here as I finish off because I love this quote. This quote makes me super, super happy. Positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. And that's kind of what I'm using as my prompt at the moment for my day-to-day goings on. So that was a quick update. I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll come back next week and do a full review of One Book July process for the whole month. What I've liked, what I didn't like, what I'm going to take away from it. And probably give you a little bit of a update on how I'm going to be planning in August because it is a big change for me. Hope you guys are still enjoying One Book July process and that you've had a fantastic week, and I hope that you enjoy next week as well. Bye for now.